One question I get asked a lot, and I'm sure you've thought about this too. What makes a boss an unforgettable boss fight? Is it the epic fight itself? Is it the beauty of the arena? Or maybe the build up to the boss? Or is it the music? The Halls of Mantis Lords is arguably one of the best boss music of all time. But it's not just a phenomenal music, the fight of the Mantis Lords just flows. Can I tell you what makes a boss a great boss fight for me? The choreography. It's when a boss looks like they're dancing rather than fighting, if that makes sense. In one of the tragic endings of Sekiro, you fight this woman called Emma, and for a game known for its brutal difficulty, she's surprisingly easy. But it's not just the difficulty that left me in awe, it's how the boss Emma just moves around dancing rather than fighting. The way that bosses fight is something that's overlooked on quite a lot, because sometimes that movement, that rhythm means something. It's not just an animation, it's not just code, it's just something that feels alive and beautiful. And sometimes that life fades through your own hands, and all you can do is watch it fade away very slowly. And it's that rhythm, that emotion hidden in motion that brings us here. The place that you're watching Hornet walk through at right now, alongside the background music you hear, has this heaven after the fall tone to it. I can't properly explain to you how to describe it, but it's still lively with this beautiful host. It's as if the world itself takes a breath, then silence. You step into a hallway so massive you can't see the ceiling. The walls stretch endlessly. Your reflection stares back from the floor. Each footstep echoes. I don't know why, but every time I reach this hallway, you've never seen bugs this large, and you'll never see them anywhere else. You run away from them. Yes, I ran away from them every single time. You enter a dimly lit room. It's quiet. The kind of quiet where it feels like someone's watching you breathe. Every boss you've faced until now has had a rhythm. But what if the rhythm itself tells a story? Cogwork dancers, the boss that takes everything we've talked about and turns it into art. When you jump down, you see the dancers asleep inside their capsules. The enormous clock ticks. The dancers take their bittersweet time. You hear the machine gun clock tick. They take their elegant pose. The music begins. Not a battle theme, but a performance. Their eyes glow, their hands make a scissors clipping sound with every move. Each attack has these clean white lines showing their dance directions. They do little spins after each fly, taking graceful poses after every movement. Watching them, you can't tell if it's a fight or a dance. They move flawlessly, perfectly in sync with music that sounds like a live dance performance. The dancers are in a flowing sync. They both perform at the same time, making you dodge around them both at once. It's breathtaking, and they mirror each other's movement. Two halves of one astonishingly beautiful choreography. And maybe not everything that looks beautiful will last. They stab, scissors clipping, spin, take a poised breath, eyes glowing. You keep fighting the dancers as they proceed their flawless performance, until you see them collide, spinning while holding each other. Without intending it or even noticing it, you're the one interrupting their dance. As you fight the golden dancers, you'll eventually beat one of them, but both of them get defeated. Of course, that's obvious. Recharge and then jump back into their show. You got to the second phase. You notice the dancers got faster. They glow their eyes shorter than before when they flourish the arena. You quickly notice that they take more space zooming around the room. You gotta be more careful moving around the dancers now. You don't even find yourself stressed with the amount of thinking you gotta do to dodge their attacks. You just get sunk in as they do their performance in this tiny room. A room that's lit by the golden lights from above this huge building the arena is built in. A beautiful arena is always a treat. They just immerse you into the boss fight, though eventually you forget what the stage even looks like the more you clash with the boss. Like take Savage Beast Fly boss for example. The arena of this boss is quietly lit by the lights through the cracks of the ceiling. It's just so luminously beautiful. Although the arena of the Savage Beast Fly is one hell of a treat to look at, it doesn't make the boss itself a great boss fight or unforgettable one. The boss fight itself is just so annoying. It's one of the bosses that most people fought and say, yeah, enough, this boss. A glorious arena or a beautiful boss music don't always result in an unforgettable boss fight. Now hold on to that thought, we'll come back to it in just a bit. As the clock ticks far above the arena, it's impossible not to pause even for a second in this heart-beating, fast-paced fight. Just to admire how flawless they're dancing around. The dancers once again go back into their capsules, recharge and fly back in, but the dancers aren't performing in sync, they're not thrusting at the same time. You see them doing their dances at different timings. Of course, this makes the fight way harder than it was on the previous phases. I mean, that's obvious. The music intensifies, it gets more and more aggressive as they start performing out of sync. You might notice a similarity to the Mantis Lords. Smooth, rhythmic, choreographed. But the cogwork dancers, they take it further. Every glide, every spin, every thrust carries this fleeting, bittersweet beauty that no other fight can match. The music swirls again around their blades and suddenly all comparison fades. Their choreography more breathtaking and chaotic than anything you've seen before. Even in chaos, each movement retains a haunting grace. Beautiful, tragic, perfect. But what happens when perfection breaks? Although the dancers seem to be dancing apart from each other, they still take their bittersweet time to hold on to each other, having their beautiful moments, not realizing this is their last together. The joyful music that filled the room fades away along with one of the dancers, and suddenly silence feels heavier than sound. You hear this sorrowful music start quietly. You watch the dancer still performing his dance without his loved one, all by himself. The dancer tries to do the same spin dance he did with his loved one, but he just floated at the center of the room, all by himself. Had you not interrupted their dance, they would have continued their performance. You are the villain. One moment can change everything. The guilt starts eating you up. The surviving dancer continues alone. As he dances around the arena, you keep hearing his hands clicking sounds. The sound of him thrusting, the sound of his blades as he lands to the ground. He couldn't perform the dance he used to do with his partner, and he continues the performance once again. He still kept going with the dance without his loved one. This was never a fight for the dancers, it was just a dance performance for them. The performance which you ruined. You didn't mean to, but you ended their dance. The room falls quiet. Their capsules roll away. No one left to watch their performance. No one to remember their dance. Only you and the silence they left behind. And this is what makes a boss fight truly unforgettable.